Dewitty, Nebraska, founded 1904 by black homesteaders who settled in Cherry County, Nebraska, refugees from American slavery. We are the descendants of Dewitty, a story of black immigrants who walked from Buxton, Canada. We are the descendants of Dewitty, the largest and longest lasting black settlement in the history of Nebraska.
All right, I am Bryson Dewitty, descendant of Miles Dewitty. He's my great-great-great-great-grandfather's brother, who was the first postmaster here in the town of Dewitty, Audacious. The teacher that all her students came out. That was what was amazing to me. I mean, just the turnout of the people that paid the respects because they understood, you know, the history behind it, and as it was being unveiled, as we kind of were learning about it, I really enjoyed that. I just thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I think Bryson made the key point. I mean, good people. That's what was so fantastic about this experience. And you can imagine what our descendants, ancestors went through now between the Dewitty and the Brownlee. I mean, and the cooperation. And I think you said it best when you talked about, I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the riots of 1921 depict the tension and the hate within our society at that time. And the uniqueness of this environment to me was just breathtaking, because the camaraderie is, to me, the special thing. And that's quite frankly why we've got the sign put up here in the first place. So that to me summarizes this day and the entire event. It's a phenomenal experience.
I was like, that's the easiest thing. Cause I'm like, I ain't got time to be going to clothes.
And I was like, something is missing.
Bottles.
Towel. Like, why she don't got no towel? Like, yeah.
What kind of bottles do they use now? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Because they have, I'm about to say, don't they have the one that can break the type of
it's the straw bag in it or something? I don't know.
It's the yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, for Vincent.
I expect somebody to maybe try to get it because I don't know. You go, it's a whole bunch of bottles. You just look at them like, what happened to the regular bottles? Just get a bottle, put some milk in it, and feed the baby.
That's the real deal.
That's the real deal. Yeah, that's the Creighton Blue Jay over there. So,
and who was that real deal for, young man?
Yes, for my mother, the one and only Denise Scales. Yes, congratulations. Yes, yes, you done it. All that hard work is paid off. Love you.
Here comes the graduate. Here comes the graduate. And oh my goodness, we have more family over here. Tell her happy graduation or happy graduation.
Congratulations. Yes. Oh my
God.
Right here.
It's right here. We can find a relationship to where we're standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have you are here any
No.
place?
No, there's no. Don't see you are here. Anybody's here. Well, that's a circle.
There's 1, 2, 3, and there's only one here.
It's right here.
It's right here. We can find a relationship to where we're standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have you are here any
No.
place?
Well, hi guys.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Goldie.
We found you. Oh man.
Good.
Hey. Hi. Well, it's good that we we've come full circle. That's what we've done here. I'm Charlotte Zoe Tompkins, descendant of Fernella Walker, up here in Dewitty, and Charles Boston Woodson, the baseball organizer and the dance band organizer in the Dewitty area. I now live in California, but I've spent the last 10 years in Kansas, so it's a wonderful time to be together. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Love you. God bless you. about every 5 years she would come, yeah. And she, you know, and she would bring Patience, her grandchild, with her, and she would be the person that would work from day up to day down. And she cooked, she cleaned, she never got tired. I don't know. She's a beautiful lady. I remember all those things. And I remember I used to watch her comb her hair, which came way down to her knees, you know. Lovely, lovely lady. But you didn't mess with Aunt Renee either, because Aunt Renee could put you down. She really could. But I appreciate that. And we need to have more of it now. And I hope it will pass on to all these lovely legacies that they have left here will carry on with their character, you know. And most of all, I remember my mother said that she was a secretary for my grandfather, Walker. Yeah. He would have Sunday school at the kitchen table, and she was the secretary at that time. I don't know that it was recorded anywhere, but I was glad. I was glad that he kept God in the family line. That is so important, because all of us need to know where we're going to end up and be better prepared now. Oh, that is a beautiful day. These are beautiful people. I was so shocked when we came over the hill and I saw all those people. I said, where do these people come from? I know they don't all live out here.
But nobody lives out here.
Nobody lives. No, right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But what a blessing. I mean, both, you know, a mixture of races. It wasn't just black people or Negroes, as we call them, and people my age, you know, over 80. But we see a mixture of people here. And I am so pleased because I like that. I like that. I remember a tale that was told, this is back in the Dewitty days, that it had come to play a band to play for a party or a dance. All the ranchers had gotten together at that time. And somebody came and said, the KKK know you're here and they're coming. Everybody told everybody, they disappeared. No one did anybody hear when they got here.
No, I'm all like camera hogging.
Oh, okay.
Now, Joyce Ann wanted to get a picture, Mommy.
Oh. Wonderful.
Yeah, cheese.
You know it.
Finally.
It's nice to
Finally. So wonderful. Yes, I'm sorry that we have not been able to time and too much distance. But we got to make up for that. That's right. Yeah.
Who ordered up this day? Yeah. All right. There was a 10-day forecast that said snow and rain, and I said, 10-day forecast in Nebraska? That ain't worth nothing. Look at this. What a great turnout. I'm Stu Magnuson. I'm the author of The Last American Highway, A Journey Through Time down US Route 83. And I'm going to turn it over to some of the descendants and other people, and I'll say a few words a little bit later. But right now we're going to start with invocation by the Reverend Khadija Mateen, granddaughter of Goldie Walker Hayes. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. Stand on the X.
Good morning. Good morning. We're going to give thanks for a great day and an incredible gathering. Creator and sustainer of all that is good and will ever be. Accept our thanks for this day and all of its blessings. We ask that you guide us in this new way and this new renewal of our community, bringing old acquaintances through spirit and ancestors, through memories, to connect with those who have opened their home to welcome us in this very special way. In our journey, we focused on our past, we rediscovered our roots, and in so doing, opened new ways to see this place, to see ourselves, to see our neighbors, and to make new friends. And for this, we are eternally grateful. We are most appreciative of this gathering, and we are especially thankful for everyone who came to help us in this tribute to all the ways that we are. We give thanks in God's name. Amen.
Amen. Thanks. Next, we're going to hear from Ralph Ettinger, the Cherry County, and I believe also the Thomas County Historical Society. And he's going to welcome you all to Cherry County.
I am completely overwhelmed by the size of this crowd. I wish to thank everyone for turning out. I just completely leaves me almost lost for words. In thinking about what I was going to say, I keep it brief. My father used to coyote hunt all over that country horseback. And he said when anybody up there saw him and said, "Come to eat," he went to eat because he said they were all good cooks. And with that, I will turn the microphone to the next. Thank you.
Thanks. Now, Dee Adams, representing the Nebraska State Historical Society, would like to say a few words.
Good morning. I'm pleased to be here on this beautiful day. I love historical markers. They tell us a story. They connect us with our past. And they are also the most recognizable symbol of your state historical society. There are 500 and some markers across the state, and I think this is such an appropriate, wonderful way to honor the settlement of DeWitte. And it's been a wonderful story and one of my favorites since the 70s, the first time Vicki Troxell Harris told me about the DeWitte settlement. And I've been to several of her presentations about that. And welcome, have a great day. And now there's a permanent marker to dedicated to keep everyone with DeWitte in their memory and learn about it if they have never heard. So congratulations to all of you. It starts with an idea, put some money together, put the idea together, and here we are today. So thank you.
Thank you. Lost the ends. Well, it's my turn. So I guess I'll just kind of start by telling my personal story, if you haven't heard it. My roots are in Stapleton, and when I was in high school, I picked up a copy of Nebraska Land magazine and an article about an African-American settlement near Brownlee, Nebraska. A place I'd been through a couple times, pheasant hunting with my dad and my grandpa, and it completely blew my mind. Because as a child growing up in the 70s, I was fed a diet of Westerns with nothing but white people and Native Americans, and the Native Americans are always the bad guys, of course. And I just had always been fascinated with this settlement. So let's fast forward 25 years, 30 years. I came up with the idea for this book that I would write kind of a hybrid history and travel book about Highway 83 and the history found alongside it.
You had mentioned or asked the question regarding this picture that we have of a group standing in front of, from what I'm understanding now, this is in front of William P. Walker's home, who was married to your great-grandmother, Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay. And as we discussed earlier, Charlotte had been married to William King Riley. So since she was married to him previously before he passed away, that would make her also my great-grandmother.
Absolutely.
So what we're looking at is a photo in front of our great-grandmother's home.
Yes.
There's a large group there that is standing that had gathered for a religious ceremony, and we don't know if it's on a Sunday or was it a Saturday night or what, but they're all gathered together, and we have a group of folks that are standing there. What's very interesting on this is not only is this a photo of my great-grandmother's home, this is a photo that also has my grandfather in there, and, you know, kind of braggadocious. He's kind of standing in a very predominant spot right up front because he also, from what I understand, was kind of blessed and given like a second leadership role for that group of folks when it came to religious areas. So you had the main pastor who's right up front, and he's in with glasses, very proud, dignified. Then next to him you have a gentleman who's a little bit taller than he is.
Right.
Looks a little bit younger, whether or not he was, I don't know. But looking at the picture, he looks a little bit younger, but very tall, dignified and everything. That is actually Albert F. Riley Sr., who is actually my grandfather, who would have been the son of Charlotte from her first marriage with William King Riley.
Okay. And then this picture right here, the little girl with the pigtails, is
Okay.
my grandmother, Doris Williams.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Interesting. Yes. And back here in the back, right behind her, is Leanne Riley. Leanne was married to Albert Riley.
Okay.
That was his wife until she passed away in, I want to say it was 56, or it had to be 57, because I see in the scene materials listing her as a potential survivor to him in 56 when he left service with the, he left service with the Fort Niobrara, or at that time game refuge after he left the homestead. But that would have been my mother's mother. So Leanne is actually my grandmother.
Okay.
So.
Oh, now it's on. And here's another descendant of Dewitty. And who are you, Mr. Descendant?
Robert Brown, Denise's son, Betty's grandson.
Uh-huh.
Dodo's great grandson.
Yeah, Doris Williams, yeah.
Oh yeah, Doris.
And that means Eva's great Eva Jane Walker's great grandson.
Yep.
And Sarah Kersey Walker's great grandson, right? That's the way that one goes. Is that 5 generations?
That sounds right.
5 generations. Hello, and what is your name?
Sophia.
Sophia, and you are a descendant of Dewitty, right?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, you are a descendant of Dewitty. Oh, and who is this, your sister Mariah? Hi, Mariah. Are you a descendant of Dewitty too?
Yes.
Yes, you are. I thought that you were. Okay. You guys going to enjoy the food today?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 5 and she's 3.
And what's your last name?
Brown.
And what's your mother and father's name?
Wayne Brown and Nikki.
All right.
All right. Wayne Brown and Nikki Brown. Oh, and that some people would say Dr.
Brown.
Nikki Brown. Dr. Brown. And some people would say Wayne Brown, who is a barrister. He's a lawyer by profession. He does so many other things. Okay.
What is that now?
That's a bee. Now what you have to do with bees is you ignore them. If you don't pay any attention to them, they won't bother you. Okay? Because they get scared if you run from them. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Come on down. Come on down.
And I'm getting some ketchup.
Okay, the ketchup is outside in the garage, okay? You want some lasagna? Yes. They go on, hold it. You got it? Here, give me the fork. Come on, give me the fork.
Okay. There you go. Oops.
Well, hello there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
And this is my dear cousin Ann, another descendant of Dewitty from the St. Louis part of our clan.
Yes.
Oh, everything looks good. We've all had our power naps. Did you enjoy church this morning?
I loved it. It was just what I needed.
Okay, so you went to Mom's old church.
The 8 o'clock service.
The 8 o'clock service. Yeah, that's when I always used to take her to too. Okay, I'll let you get to your dinner.
Thank you.
Area so I could go out there, because I go to Horton all the time.
Washington, D.C.
I go to church in Horton.
Out there,
so.
Virginia.
Yeah. And the street is Central.
Central?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what.
Rennie. That's Uncle Elihu. And that's Uncle Amos.
Oh,
okay, one more time.
There are great uncles. So that's Uncle Donald. That's Aunt Rennie. That's Uncle Elihu. And that's Uncle Amos.
But this doesn't show me who the mother is, but here's the birth order of the children born to William Parker Walker. Uncle Amos, great Uncle Amos, Amos Tanishian Walker, Karina Orlina Walker, correct me if I'm wrong on her name, Eva Ann Jane Walker, Atwood George Walker, Robert William Walker, Margaret Walker, and then Elihu Walker, Fernella Walker, Goldie Walker, Francis Walker, Sweet Beulah Walker, and Baldwin Wesley Walker. I left out the Rileys, though.
Oh, these kids, I mean, these folks.
They were
some children.
They had some children. There's also Albert Franklin Riley Sr., William John Riley, and Dennis Elihu Walker. We got Uncle Elihu already. Yeah.
Well, here we are at the Brownlee Cemetery, where we've been told that William P. Walker has been buried here. So we're going to go check it out.
Okay, Grandpa, where are ya? Where are ya? Yeah, watch out for that poison ivy. Yep. Okay, Grandpa Walker, where you at? Where are you, sir?
Right in the biggest, thickest poison ivy patch, probably.
What does poison ivy look like anyway?
It's these 3 leaf things.
Oh, leaflets 3, let them be.
Yep.
That's right.
Poison ivy, poison oak, they kind of look the same. Oh no.
You know? Okay.
Then
but there's another stone right there. So
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, how do you know that?
We can see it. So this is where Denise is right there. That's a good place to think that it's in the middle, or it's going to be right there next to Crawford, right where you're at. And we know we're in a line.
Glad we didn't have some water. We could wash that off.
I've got some. I can go get it in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me go get it. Just give me that.
Yes, I think I still have them.
And I'm going to leave you my phone to take pictures. And that's Denise's. Okay, I will bring back the water.
Huh?
Okay, I'll try that this way. 1.
It's on this side.
Here it is.
Whoa!
You can read it.
Okay.
Good one.
Oh my goodness.
Just had to get scientific about it.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
Walker.
We found it.
We found it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Grandpa.
Oh my.
Whew.
Right there.
Nisi, will you hold this for me for a second? Just hold it right here.
You want to feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Lay your hands on it.
I just want to lay my hands on it. Lay my hands. Oh, Grandpa. We come a long way to find you.
If I had a shovel, I'd dig all this stuff out all the way around. Gosh. It takes an archaeologist to find a stone.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Woo. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. I'm going to take a picture of you there working away. You know, from several different directions. So
Yeah. Oh, Grandpa. We found you, we found you, we found you. Oh, God bless you. God bless you, Grandpa.
Here's some water.
My ancestor. My ancestor. My progenitor. Yes, sir. Look
There
at
you go.
Okay.
Can I get my phone back?
So go ahead and do that again, Nisi. Oh, yeah. Yes.
William P. Walker, one of the first black homesteaders in DeWitty, Nebraska. William P. Walker.
William P.
Yeah, she was.
Joshua Emanuel. And Mr. Crawford.
The Rileys.
And the Rileys.
The Browns.
And the Browns.
Did you say the Emanuels?
I didn't say the Emanuels. I don't think. I forgot about the Emanuels. Grandpa, we found you. We love you. And you gave us all of this energy to know why we are walkers. Oh, you are phenomenal. We thought about this, and did we? Oh, let me see here. Let me take this picture. Oh my. All the work that you guys did. Huh. Nothing. This is nothing compared to what you guys had to do just to get into town every day.
Right.
Or when you went to town. Oh, William Walker. I'm so proud to be a descendant of Dewitty. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Yeah, you had to make us wait. Mm-hmm. Like we were running out of time.
I know.
We were not going to give up on you.
Every bit.
Yes. Thank you for the journey.
Yes.